Was she loyal?
Ha! Only to herself.
Alright, so she doesn't play nicely with others. Okay. And it would appear...
Witcher, a word, if you will.
Okay. Talk with Death Mold. And... okay, so he wanted to talk to me, but then he walked away. That makes no sense to me. And neither does your name. So I just had a meeting with the king, King Henselt. I have a few things to do, and he fully trusts me now. I guess that's what happens when you save a king's life. Although, being a king and hearing that there's a king slayer on the loose, you know, could sway your opinion. Anyways, after leaving his tent, one of his sorcerers, Deathmold, said he wanted to talk to me. And he's over there in that tent. But I have a character level to take care of. Now, in the previous recording, I installed a new mod, a big mod. It was actually created by an employee at the CD Projekt Red, the company that made the game. And it's called the Full Combat Rebalance. Now, it just doesn't focus on combat. It also has some animations and some new character models, I guess is lack of a better term. And the rebalance also kind of... so you can see here in the core of the character, nothing seems to train. You've got the Witcher training, swordsmanship, alchemy, and magic. But then when you dive into it, these are actually got new names with new definitions, which basically is exactly what they were. They just make more sense to your common RPGer. So we have stamina, strength, dexterity, will, being able to use mutagens, and living anatomy. So this is like your basic stuff, as you would expect to go through training. And then under swordsman, arrow redirection, which was part of the basic stuff, which didn't make a whole lot of sense, has been moved down here. And then we have, this is new, so this is parade, which used to be repose, so that used to be there and they moved it, or he moved it. Dagger throwing is now here when it was up there, and so on. So some things have been moved around, they got some different meanings, but basically mean the same thing. And what I'm finding is with alchemy, potions really don't last that long. So I'm wondering if, because I really would like to use potions to help, but it seems like the moment I take them, and they're pretty much gone, because I'll have a little combat and then a long dialogue, and then during the dialogue the potions are still ticking down. So even though I think potions help, I think I want to focus on sword and magic. So I have 2 points here. What do I... Ard Mastery. Ard's Kinetic Blast is so violent that... okay, that sounds incredibly good. So, intersections. Witchers are able to draw a magical force from the elements. Okay. Heavy block. Witcher uses Quen sign to redirect the force... oh, that's my shield. Right, okay. And Witcher signs. Witcher uses simple gesture based on spells. Okay, so I do want to get that. I'm gonna take this and that. Okay. Now, speaking of alchemy, so, and I don't think anything's changed in respect to stench bulb. Oh, I don't remember getting that. Kiss. All right, I don't remember some of these. And then I want to take a quick look at my equipment, make sure, because for some reason coming over, I have new gear, and I think it's part of the enhanced version of the game. So on weapons, I have the Makahan Rune Seal, which is the weapon that I got from the king from the first Witcher, which when it came over to, well, the prologue was really reduced in uniqueness. I have something called a scoop. Oh, that's right. All right, so a Cadouin sword, damage 15. So mine is 27. Okay, it's got an earth. It's got some runes on it. Okay. Stinson sword, damage 22. Scoop. Now, I was using the robust cutlass, which is 19 damage now. So, see, those are all robust longsword. Okay. These are now considered unique. Ooh, so is the Raven's armor. And the Raven's armor can be upgraded. Okay, so let's move on to Sword of Cadouin. So, I have more damage here. It's got earth and sun rune on it. Although I don't see the little gizmos here. Okay, then on armor. Boots. Elven armor. I took that off of Cedric. I feel really bad about that. So, okay. So the thing about it is, do I have any... Where's my enhancements? Okay, so we have... This says it already has some enhancements, however, they're not filled in. So I'm going to try, let's see, what do we got here? We have an Elaine Beled armor enhancement, increases vitality in armor. Actually not allowed. Interesting. Probably because, okay, because it's a unique item, I suspect. Okay. So again, if I go back to armors, I have just the Elven armor, which is only armor 3. I'm going to stick with my armor 8. The boots, okay, it would seem that the boots are just what I'm wearing are hardened. These are reinforced, no difference. Gauntlets, I have my herbalists, and they look like they're about the same. So, if I was to take these and swap them, I'm just wondering... Nope, okay. I was just wondering if we'll leave those on. Okay, so let's go talk to Death Mold. His parents must have really disliked him, I think.
Freak.
What? Which one of you said that?
Hello, Grunt.
Okay.
Stick your courtesies up your ass.
I'm gonna go talk to your boss and see about having you reprimanded. Death Mold? Yeah, I want to talk to you about your guards. Is that, please
You
let
have
that...
no idea how delighted I am to work in tandem with you.
True, I have no idea.
Better times approach, Geralt, you shall see. I trust you're not bothered if I refer to you by name.
Not at all.
Wonderful, I feel we shall become great friends.
Really? Well, you know, I don't want to become, you know, all, you know, lovey-dovey with a new sorcerer. I do have a sorcerer friend, and it was because of a sorcerer I am alive again, so, time will tell. And the tone is, time will tell.
That remains to be seen.
Oh,
Shake
Christ.
my hand, Geralt, to mark the beginning of our friendship.
Oh,
Don't
jeez.
worry, I've no poison needle up my sleeve.
Oh, here we go. Fine, let's shake hands.
I believe one can learn much about a man from his handshake.
Learned anything?
You have the handshake of a warrior. Strong, decisive, dominating. You're the conquering type. The kind women love.
I was asking about the curse.
Oh, of course. What would you like to know?
How do I get rid of it? Not all specters were aggressive. Did you notice that? Well, there was wraiths, and there was specters, and then there was the big things.
Did you notice that not all the specters were aggressive?
Most would disappear when we neared them.
I think the curse's power corrupts the ghosts of those who died in the battle, turning them into draugrs.
Draugrs, is that some professional name you witches have for specters?
They're demons, Deathmold. Draugrs are demons of war that arise on battlefields where the fighting was vicious and the slaughter particularly bloody. They are hatred and bloodlust in condensed form.
The name matters little. Do you know how to rid us of these Draugrs?
A silver sword's enough to send them to their rest. But as long as the curse remains active, new ones will appear. The soldiers' ghosts are the key. If we could reverse the tide of the battle...
Don't delay. Grab your sword and start reversing.
I'll need some symbols of war that belonged to the soldiers who perished here. Artifacts symbolizing hatred, death, courage, and faith. They have to be magically active and linked to those who died. Without them, I won't be able to summon the ghosts.
Well, I've no idea how to find them, apart from which I know little about war symbolism.
Great.
I'll deal with the artifacts. I have another job for you.
Have you lifted any curses before? You know, that kind of sounds, you know, snooty. I mean, you are a sorcerer, but still, I'm just trying to find out what our new friendship has to offer, right?
Have you dealt with curses before?
I've cast a few in my time. One victim sprouted donkey's ears and a tail, another's house burned down. Nothing too serious.
Shame. Have you removed curses, lifted spells?
Never had the chance. But I mastered the theory involved. Best in my class at the Magic Academy.
They don't teach you about curses like this one at Banord.
Glevis's curse is a 4th level blood spell. It's also known as the Archmistress's curse.
Whoa.
A misnomer, for they've been cast by generally crazed mages or priests, not necessarily women.
You've done your homework.
Alright, so how does a blood curse work? Do tell.
Explain this blood curse to me.
An ordinary blood curse is a trivial thing. You let a little of your own blood. Best done at midnight, surrounded by lit candles.
Sabrina had a whole pyre around her. Tell me about Glevis's curse.
Read about it for yourself. I have all the necessary literature. In fact, you only need the Great Encyclopedia of Curses, Spells, and Prophecies, and a volume compiled by Tessard de Vries and Marguerite Loantil, Masters of Magic on Curses Selected Writings.
Yeah, I'll read them. I really will, because the more I know, the better of an asset I am.
Quite a tome.
Okay, didn't I just ask that? Are you sure Sabrina cast it? Oh, what's with the coins? Oh, yeah. The king talked about square coins, which was weird, but... Are you sure Sabrina?
Are you sure Sabrina cast the curse?
Positively. Curses of this kind are cast rarely. There have only been 6 confirmed cases.
How many confirmed cases of their being lifted?
1. By a team of mages led by Archmistress Francesca Finderbear, whence came the curse's other appellation. In any case, Sabrina Glevisig was part of that team.
Small world, and one that just got a little uglier.
That's not all. The curse that Francesca and Sabrina dealt with was meant to end the lives of the last of the Tyson dynasty, the rulers of Kovir. It was cast by Scarlet Rodalega, a very talented but completely mad man. A prophecy and an activator were also involved.
I see. Sabrina just stole her curse from this Rodalega.
Precisely. Beside which the king himself and a company of armed men witnessed her casting it.
Okay, all those names, I sure hope I don't have to remember all those, except for Sabrina. Okay, those I've asked. I wish they'd go away. What's with the coins?
We've got our comet and murder. What about the coins?
We have those as well. Not enough for you.
No. Why do I get the feeling I've stumbled on some shameful secret?
A state
Yes.
secret.
If you don't tell me, your head of state may soon lose his head.
There's a plot afoot within the military. Those involved share a symbol, a square coin adorned with a fish. Let's do this. I shall in no way hinder your investigation, and you will reveal to me anything you learn. Should I happen upon anything related to the curse?
You'll let me know. So be it.
Okay, so there's like a military coup going on with all the square coins? Okay, and so if the king witnessed Sabrina and all the soldiers are dead, how come he's still alive?
Why is Henselt still breathing? He killed the priest. Why didn't he burst like a ripe tomato under a dwarf's heel?
Perhaps Glevisig wishes Henselt to wait for imminent death.
I don't think so. I know a few sorceresses. They're mean, true, but they also want results. Sabrina cast the curse while roasting at the stake. Not the most comfortable circumstances. I suspect she botched something.
Are you suggesting Henselt may be safe?
I'm suggesting he could be saved, provided we cut him off from the heart of the curse, the Battle of Spectres. It's the weakest link.
How could we do that?
I don't know yet, but I suspect I could summon Sabrina's ghost and force her to free Henselt. First, I need to learn the circumstances of her death.
Okay. Have I? Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, you need blood to cast a blood curse.
Precisely, unachievable otherwise.
Sabrina was bound to a wagon wheel. Where did she get enough blood?
She put a spell on a soldier who gave her a coup de grace. It was easy. The minds of some soldiers are so uncomplicated. Sabrina needed one of them to strike her, shorten her suffering, but complete the curse. However, this is where she erred. That whore performed miracles, gathered the power, got the prophecy and activator right, but fell flat on her face on the simplest thing at the end.
Don't get so excited.
Yeah, settle
She chose
down.
a fool, a bungler. I heard he thrust 5 times with his spear, yet the witch's soul would not quit her corpse.
There was no one guarding the pyre?
It was one of the guards the sorceress chose for the task. His comrades were irate. He spoiled the show for them. The king was no longer anywhere near.
In any case, blood flowed and the curse took root.
Yes, but the harlot got her due.
So the king was there, and then by time the curse actually took place, he was no longer there. So maybe that's why he's safe. All right, let's get to work.
You're gonna help me, Death Mold.
Of course, as the king ordered.
Listen up. You'll do the paperwork. I get the feeling you like it. I'll need a number of protective runes to summon Sabrina's ghost. They need to detain the sorceress's ghost and anything else that enters this world with it. Find something for me in your library. The runes need to be easy to produce. I haven't seen any artists around here. Apart from that, the Draugrs are likely to begin their forays in search of Henselt. When they leave the battlefield, they'll grow weaker. Your men should be able to handle them. Just equip them with silver-plated weapons. Henselt could also use something silver to defend himself. Over the entrance to his tent, hang a wreath of cinquefoil and fool's parsley. Inside, a fire fueled by juniper branches must burn at all times.
Where will I get so much silver?
Melt down your collection of pots for all I care. Just get it.
Those aren't pots, they're silver vases of Naziah.
Last of all, give Henselt an instructional talk. Explain that I'll need him.
And what will you be doing? Drinking ale and fondling the camp women?
I could
There's
be.
that, yes. Though I'll also prepare to summon Sabrina's ghost and figure out what I need to send the fighting specters back to the afterlife. I'll drop by and give you more work as I learn about this curse.
How did you divine that you might recover your memory by lifting the curse?
Someone foretold it. How do you... Oh. Look, I don't want to hold back, because if I hold back any information, he might hold back, and then that could hurt in the end. There we go.
The only diviner I've ever trusted told me.
Interesting. That being?
A drunkard and a fool in love. He's dead. But keep your nose out of my past.
Okay. Got a lot of stuff to do. Okay. Is that a bomb? Okay, I'm gonna get to the quest in a sec. Death Mold has 2 bottles. Oh, for crying out loud, look at all these quests. Quite a lot to do. Death Mold on his belt has got a bottle red and blue, which for some reason I think of Diablo. Alright, so hey Death Mold, what's that over there? Alright, you said something about books. Do you have books? Is that the one I need? The Grand Triple? I'm gonna borrow it if you don't mind. Anything else? Anything else? Oh, what do you got? What do... Okay. Oh, also, your guards, they're wanks. Wait, what was this? Nothing. Alright. Alright, so before I get hot on the trail, yes, the journal. Holy guacamole. Prelude to War. Cadwin. Okay, we know this from talking girls across the barrier. The spilled blood awoke a dormant curse. We know that. After a hard time, Geralt finally reached the Kedwin army's base. Angered by his experiences in the mist, Henselt summoned Sheila and Deathmold to an extraordinary council and entrusted the Witcher to Lance Corporal Zidwick, he's my new friend, for care. The resolute grunt was to show Geralt around the area. Yes, I got the tour. Alright, I've had that. Bring it on. Cadwin Camp. Geralt was looking where... Oh, so I'm going to do some arm wrestling. Sweet. Courage symbolized. Courage symbolized. Lifting the curse from the battlefield is no small feat. It requires preparation and a professional approach. And that's me, because I'm a professional witcher. The Witcher was fully qualified, and thanks to the advice of other professionals, knew exactly how to approach this thankless task. Among other things, he had to acquire artifacts for the battle. And why do I think that's going to be hard? Representing the virtues and horrors of war. The symbol of courage was one of them. The Witcher decided to inquire around the camp about the nature of the symbol, for nobody knows more about war than soldiers. That is true. That is very, very true. Assassins of Kings. Alright, so Geralt knew that Litho had teleported somewhere. Right. Looking for the murder. The Witcher learned there was a captured... Oh, that's right. There's a captured a Scoia'tael, in the camp. I gotta talk to that guy. I gotta talk to that gent. The Blood Curse. We know all about that. To lift the curse, we need some stuff, right? The Eternal Battle. Find a standard, a sword, and a piece of armor. Lastly, his medallion. So is this to lift the... so in the words of Race, only those relics and ghosts had a connection to its life and the meaning. Geralt and Deathmold agreed that they would need items symbolizing war, specifically objects representing the concepts of hatred, courage, faith, and death. The Witcher thus began his search for the Dunbar's Banner's standard. I thought I was looking for a banner. That's a name. The symbol of death. The sword that had belonged to the infamous and odious General Vendergrift. Why don't I remember him in the story? And for a piece of the armor that had once belonged to the brave Seltkirk. A symbol of faith and medallion. Okay, the medallion's in the king's possession. Alright, we are good. Locations. So we know about Flotsam. Bernard Lorado's death undid Kedwin's plans to assume control of Flotsam and surrounding the area. The new Temerian governor would take care of the strengths. Okay, so there's someone else in charge of Flotsam now. Chapter 2, the battlefield. Right. Kedwin Camp. That's where we're at. Got it. Lots of new people. Cedric. That's a bummer. Arnault. Oh right, he was in cahoots with Laredo. He was the merchant that I knocked out. Right. Okay, Margaret. Dryer. Oh yeah. Is he the Scoia'tael that's here? Is that his name? Oh, it's Crazy Mom. Oh, that was terrible. And that's my new best friend here. Okay, we know about Triss. Any important updates? Searching. Okay, Triss had reached Eridan. There was evidence to prove it. Finding her would prove difficult. Dandelion. Oh, for crying out loud. Dandelion. Obviously, with Geralt decided to continue his search for King Henselt's military camp located in the borderlands, soon to be engulfed by flames of war. I chose to accompany him. I don't see you here, Dandelion, for the Witcher could at times be naive as a child and knew as much about politics as a ghoul knows about cooking. That is true. He does speak the truth. Politics is not my strong suit. Thus the chances were slim to none that, bereft of my help, he would manage to find new leads without getting embroiled in some trouble along the way. I always do, for some reason. And Vernon Roach. We all know him. Right. Okay, so that's there. Nothing new there. All sorts of new basic stuff. Okay, good. Alright, so let's check out the camp. Let's see if okay, what do we have here? Anything? 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 No. Hey, is that our boat? Wow. Okay, that's another camp over there. That's a sunken ship, which is pretty obvious. I wonder if the king will allow me to snoop around his place. Do you mind if I take a peek, king? What do you got here? Use. Oh, okay. Alright, look, just one of the common thing I can do. I need this for the mission. It's important. And these two. And, of course, I'll need those. Okay. And then what do we have here? Another common... Oh, not so common because there's stuff. I gotta do what I gotta do. Oh, hello, who are you? Leon de...
I've had about enough.
Okay, I'm out of here.
A Knight of the Flaming Rose, here.
Geralt of Rivia. Now I recognize you. Terrorist. Killer of Siegfried of Denel.
Oh, Christ.
Murderer of Jacques de Aldersberg. I've long waited for this chance. Defend yourself!
Really? He started it. Come on. Okay. He started it. And I don't remember you. Can I not? No? Okay.
I've had about enough.
Well, he started it. Alright, fine. You know, it just goes to show you, people never want to forget. And even though I've forgotten everything, no one wants to help explain this to me. I'm just as much as a victim as anyone else. John, the talk thing is over your name. I'm just gonna call you John.
I've no bloody idea who you might be, but I hope you're a civilian.
Nope. Witcher, you got that wrong. Okay, you got stuff, leather, wine. Okay, I don't know if I really need any of this stuff. Oh, and I'm over encumbered. Criminy. Right when I picked up this, I need to find... Where's the iron? Iron is always the heaviest. Wait, I need to sort, sort by weight. There we go. Under crafting... Oh, look at all the twine I got. Okay, which one's the heaviest? The timber, of course. Alright, let's, Wow, really? The hide weighs that much? Where's the iron at? No, okay, that stuff doesn't weigh as much. Cloth weighs... Okay, oh no, I'm gonna drop half of it because you never know. Alright. Alright, so I'm just gonna take stuff I need. I'm not gonna be... I think I need diamond dust though. Okay. There you go. Now maybe that'll cook better. How's that? You never know what you're gonna find, right? Okay, that stuff doesn't weigh that much. And you are...
Sick it out like hens on their eggs.
Adam?
Need some help, Monster Slayer?
I want to talk, dog of war.
I've heard much about you, Witcher. Greetings.
Greetings, Captain.
Oh! You got a lot of stuff. You're famous.
I heard you gained fame during the wars with Nilfgaard.
Our fees have doubled since the Battle of Brenna. As it turns out, it was worth risking our necks.
Okay, how did the battle play out?
I wouldn't mind learning some details about Brenna from someone who played first fiddle there.
Constable Natalis commanded the Nordlings. The Nilfgaardians mounted a vicious attack. And if not for us and the Dun Banner, The collected armies of the north probably would have shattered into bits. Luckily, we showed up at the right time, withstood the assault and came out victorious. We earned every last copper we were paid. 50,000 Nilfgaardians shattered their teeth trying to bite at us. Menno Colehorn, their commander-in-chief, chose death over humiliation.
They usually do.
Like in every battle, it was a question of timing, taking advantage of the foe's missteps, and a bit of luck.
Okay. And you've been fighting since then?
Must be fatiguing, fighting all the time.
I took a little time off recently. Something along the lines of a honeymoon.
Oh.
But I like my craft. And I'm not afraid to admit it.
That's good. Be proud. I once knew a female mercenary. I did? Why would I?
I knew one of your kind once. A woman by the name of Rayla.
Killed by an elf's treacherous arrow. She made a mistake. Let her emotions take control. This profession requires cold calculation.
Okay. I got other questions, I think. Yes. You know, that's personal. I should never. Were you here 3 years ago? Ooh, yeah, because yeah.
Were you here 3 years ago during the last battle for Vergen?
Bradley's blue banner was. They were decimated by mages. The survivors enlisted with us. They weren't eager to talk about it, and we didn't press them.
No lack of work for your kind.
Mercenary might just be the surest profession these days. Sign of the times.
Yeah, you kind of have to roll with the punches on that, too. So what are your orders currently?
Is Henselt paying you to wait?
I didn't...
Curiosity itching you, Witcher. Not the best trait to have in wartime.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
Deathmole's given us silver-plated weapons and protective amulets.
Good.
On your advice, as I heard it.
Yep.
We're to observe the mist and, if need be, drive off the wraiths.
Alright, have you noticed the mist spreading?
Since you're already watching it, pay attention to the size of the cloud. I need to know if it's expanding.
Well,
How fast?
it's almost imperceptible, but it's constant. A foot, perhaps two a day. What does that mean?
Means I have to hurry.
Okay. How many men you got?
How many mercenaries you got watching the fog?
I've got them spread out in small groups around campfires. And how many we number? Well, that's my concern alone.
No, fair enough. Okay, I got other questions, I guess. I really... Why do I want to ask this? Am I going to offer something in return?
Does Henselt pay his mercenaries well? Call it professional curiosity on my part.
It's no secret a lump sum of 20,000 Novigrad crowns awaits. To be divvied up between those who survive.
So the more of you die, the greater the take per head.
That
Yes.
sucks. Alright. Hey!
Let's talk arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Go on.
Hey!
Bartholomew Bargy sends his regards.
Bart Bargy. I remember him. Strong for a peasant.
For a peasant. They say you're the strongest arm around here.
You wouldn't be talking to me otherwise.
How's that?
During the Battle of Brenna, I got into a knife fight with an Nilfgaardian commander. That's to say, he had the knife and I had my bare hands. I grabbed him by the wrist, but the blade kept coming towards my throat. He was strong, but lacked stamina. When I felt him weaken, I twisted his arm around and slit his throat. I've worked on my hands, wrists, and arms since then. They all come in handy in my profession.
Wanna wrestle me?
To challenge Adam Pangret for the championship, you've got to beat the best contenders.
Okay, so I gotta work my way up to you. Alright, so who am I to fight?
Who should I challenge?
Martin and Randall are the strongest in my company. Then there's Magnus, the camp blacksmith.
Okay.
I'll try them.
Watch out for Magnus. As I see it, he could easily do his work with no tools.
Okay. Oh, wait, can we actually no, okay. You're not gonna arm wrestle me if I say it, right?
Steady on, White Wolf.
Alright.
You've yet to beat all the strong men.
Right, I will. Right, sorry, my bad.
Won't
Okay.
just disappear.
All right,
They say
so
only a spell will lift it.
I don't want timber. I want to. You don't want to talk, okay? Who are you? No, no talkie. Okay. And you won't talk. What's this? Is this a map I can't look at? Oh, I can. Okay, so
Like hens on their eggs.
I can't read any of this. It makes no sense to
Won't
me
just disappear. They say
whatsoever.
only a spell will lift it.
Yep, don't know. Okay, what about you?
Greetings, Master Witcher.
Okay, Yard of.
I am your humble servant.
Okay. But you're not. Okay, now is this tent open? Oh, it is. Ooh. Okay. What's here? Oh, I see. This is where the king watches the. Got it. Okay. Okay.
The whole camp's gone berserk looking for the coins. Grown
Right.
lads with their arses in the air, scavenging around the tents like idiots.
Okay.
Where are these coins
it all.
from? If there wasn't a-
Okay. What do we have in here? Okay. A hall. I don't know what that is. Okay.
I smell a Temerian.
It's not me. I don't think so. Okay. I will take that. Okay, I need to find
The
a
whole
vendor.
camp's gone berserk looking for the coins.
You keep saying that.
Grown lads with their arses in the air.
Alright, so we have an update. Adam Pengret was the arm wrestling champion of the camp. The soldier of fortune held such a renown that only he accepted challenges of people. Alright, so right. So I have to go find the other guys, the blacksmith and whatnot, and work my way up. Got it. Okay. Alright. A lot of stuff. So we're working on this one right now. Talk to the soldiers. Oh! Wait, we have the,
Udrin, here, boy. Udrin.
what's an Udrin? Alright, I want to talk to the elf. Prisoner.
No talking to the prisoner.
Here,
Really?
boy.
You sure?
Udrin.
What do you want?
Well, I want to talk to him.
Can I talk to him?
No chance. I don't know you.
How might we get to know each other?
Trust needs to be earned, mate. You best go. Now.
But fine. Okay, how do I...
Udrin.
I'm done with this coin.
Here, boy.
Alright.
Square coins.
I need to find a merchant.
A bit scared of going against the saint.
Here, boy.
No, I meant... Put that back. Sorry, no. No. Sorry, I meant to just walk forward. That's all I meant to do. I was trying to chit-chat. There we go.
I've no bloody idea who you might be, but I hope you're a civilian.
Do you see many civilians dressed like me?
It seems we'll be slaughtering squirrels again. Greetings.
Hey, how you doing? Okay. Who are you? You're relaxing? Having a good old time. Is this chest got anything in it? Okay. Oh. I don't want the leather, but I'm gonna take that. That.
Have
and
you
that.
heard? They've killed Demavend and Foltest of Temeria.
Hush! That's allowed.
Yeah.
Himself can be touchy. You'd best keep quiet about that.
Okay. What do we got here? We have a wanted poster of some kind.
Here, boy.
And another one. They all got scars over their eyes. Oh, for crying out loud. Maybe if I talk to him, you'll shut up. Oh, there's a...
What is it, Witcher?
Who's Odrin?
Who's this Aldrin you're calling out for? A Kedweni god of some sort?
Odrin, a god? If you suggested the god of drinking, I might agree. He's a mate. We agreed to meet at the tavern, but he's gone and got lost. If you find him, tell him we're waiting.
How will I know it's him?
Oh, you'll know Odrin. Nobody quite like that cunt.
Find
Odrin.
Are you gonna keep
Here,
saying?
boy.
Alright, fine.
Odrin.
You too?
What do you want? Normally I only talk to drunks.
Yep. Looking for Odrin, right?
I heard you calling for Aldrin.
That's right, I'm looking for him, so I called out. Got a problem with that?
I used to know a man named Aldrin.
Not that same guy.
How do you know?
Odrin never deal with your kind. A right and true man, that one. Drinking without him's like ploughing without a woman.
I'm done with this cursed place.
Alright, you guys are not helpful at all. What do we got in here? Oh, this is, you're the armor guy, right? Can we do some business, please?
Yeah?
You're the quartermaster's assistant?
Yeah.
Great. I want to see the best equipment you have. I've got the coin. The army stands to gain, not lose by me.
I should think so. So?
You're kind of short. Why so glum? Oh, we can play dice? Okay. No. Why so glum? You're not very verbose like the rest of the camp, especially the drunks.
You sure you're the quartermaster's assistant?
Yeah?
I ask because assistants are usually pretty glib.
I'm glib.
No, you're not.
My gal left me.
How do you know?
She wrote me a letter. Oh, wait a minute. Damn it. She can't write. The bastards. Beavers, not friends. I'll show them as soon as I get home. Snot-nosed scribes, counting barley all day. They get bored, look for diversions. I'll give them diversion. Many thanks. At first I thought, go away, Emo. But now I see you're a good fellow.
So will you help me?
I should think so. So?
So, your girl didn't leave you, someone played a joke. Okay. You're funny. Hey, let's trade. I wish to, yeah. Alright, junk. Alright, yep, get rid of the junk. The one thing, oh, I don't want to get rid of quest items. That's a lure, which I'm not too sure. Alright, let's, are we sorting? No, sort by weight. Thank you. Okay, that weighs 2 pounds. Okay, that does, am I sorting the right way? Okay, light stuff, heavy stuff, okay. Oil, iron ore. You know, I just have a feeling that the moment I give this stuff up, I'm gonna need it. But, look at my weight. I wonder if, oh, okay, here we go. Here, have the scoop. Short sword, don't need it. Okay, I'm gonna give up the blackjack finally. Sword of Creedon. Robust cutlass, 19, 19, 19, 22. Get rid of that. Damage 22. Exquisite. Where did I get this stuff? Okay, armor. Elven armor weighs 6 pounds. Sorry, gotta get rid of it. What else do I got? Trophy. Oh, I have a Karen trophy. What does it do? Trophy preparation skill unlocks stat bonuses. Well, which stats? It doesn't tell me. Okay. So I'm down to 208. Alright, I guess that's good for now. What do you have? Light leather armor, long studded leather gauntlets, +1, no. Do you have any? That was it, huh? And you have no, oh, okay, I just sold you all that. So you didn't have anything. Alright. Thanks, I guess. Okay. So now I'm a little lighter in the, what do I have here?
Hello.
Hello.
Looking for something?
Maybe. Ooh, yeah, let's arm wrestle.
I heard some tough men serving your company.
You heard right.
Care to test that with a little arm wrestling contest?
Why not? If you want to wrestle, I need to see some Orans.
I've got Orans. Yeah, yeah. There we go.
Let's do this.
Alright, I can do this. Okay, that was a big jump. Big jump. Okay, easy. Keep it in the slot. Keep it. I got this. Excellent.
Your paws are strong as a bear's. I'll give you that.
Thank
Yours
you.
are strong for a human's, I guess.
I think I just insulted him. I probably shouldn't insult too many soldiers, since I'm in a camp surrounded by soldiers.